We start with the UK's Kevin Uzzell against local qualifier Jeff De Luna. De Luna is leading 7-4 at the start of the 12th rack.
Uzzell to break, trailing 4 racks to 7.
The emotion that Kevin Uzzell has been showing mostly here today is irritation. Never quite been on his A game. Had some little flashes here and there, but hasn't had the kind of consistency that we know he's capable of. Hasn't always had the luck.
And there's an example of it. The one ball winds up in a terrible position for him.
Yeah, shades of his last break, when he really had no shot at all at the one, ended up pushing out. Here he's had to play it safe, and I think he's got himself locked up nicely behind that red 3.
Yeah, very good shot. He's certainly not giving up. And from here, he can play a very aggressive game because he's really got nothing to lose by being aggressive.
And that's his game. He likes to be aggressive. And he's going to have plenty to be aggressive with because he'll have ball in hand. He may go on to win this match. He may go on to have a terrific world championship. But at 22, you can see the potential there for Jeff De Luna, but he needs a little bit more in his game, doesn't he, if he's really going to become an elite player?
Well, he needs some seasoning, and he needs to get a tape of this match and watch what happened to him in the middle of the match.
Yes.
Make sure that never happens again.
Absolutely right. If you look at the first 5 racks, you'll think you're looking at a future superstar. If you looked at the next 5, you wonder how on earth he qualified.
Right.
And those kind of highs and lows, you'll never make it in any sport. You've got to have more consistency.
This is all working out very well for Uzzell. Oh, don't go hide behind the 5 now.
Yeah, but even if he cleans up here, he's got to win against the break of De Luna, not once, but twice, and that's asking an awful lot.
Yes, it is.
But it does look like we're going into another rack here. And you never know, in a tight group, as this looks like it's going to be shaping up to be, you know, the more racks you've got in your losses could prove to be very important in a tiebreak.
I'm sure we'll see a lot of tiebreakers after these group stages. And you are so correct. Every rack
Well, the moment has arrived for Jeff De Luna, whose break has been one of his most consistent weapons. If he gets another good break here, Kevin Uzzell might not get out of his seat again in this match. So Jeff De Luna just needs a good one here, and he could be on his way. Always nice to be on the hill, but never nice to see your opponent scrambling up there behind you. So De Luna wants to make sure he puts this away right here.
Watch the action of the cue ball. Great action on that cue ball. Look at this break.
What a break.
But he's unfortunate. Look where the 2 ball winds up.
The only thing that could possibly have gone wrong on that break did go wrong for him. The 2's gone and married up with the 9. Other than that, it's a sensational break. He's cleared the table, but you watch that 2 come spinning back, and it's getting closer and closer and closer, and it's just jammed up with the 9.
And I don't believe there's a carom on for him to take advantage of. Look at that cue ball.
You
Beautiful
can't play that
break.
cue ball any better than that. But look, one problem, and it's the biggest headache you can imagine.
Well, he's looking at the carom. I just don't think it's there. It may be. It looks like it's going to come out low of the pocket. We'll soon find out if he chooses to play it. He might be better off playing a safe.
There's hardly any safe places on that table. He destroyed that rack.
Well, he could swap sides, as we say, put the 2-ball on one side and the cue on the other and force a bank shot.
Of course, when you've knocked 5 balls down off your break, you really would expect a little bit better than this. This is most unfortunate.
It is.
And where's that going?
That could be a very nice safety.
It is.
I don't know. I think he's left an alley.
Oh, yes, is there a cut there?
There is. So, Kevin Uzzell needs one good shot. He needs it right here. And you were talking about he's got to break serve twice. This is a great opportunity to do it once.
Yeah, and given the nature of the table, I think he's got to go for it. His natural gambler's instincts would be that he's got to go for it, but
he's not as pleased as I thought he would be with this situation. Perhaps the shot is not on. From our angle, it appears that it would be.
this is a huge shot for Kevin Uzzell, and he's nailed it.
Well, take advantage of your opponent's great break.
This is cruel for Jeff DeLuna, isn't it?
Terrible.
A break like that, and in fact, because of the unlucky element that came in, he's just left the rack for this man here. Well, he needed 2 break of serves. It looks like he's got 1 of them.
Well, he's got to have good cue ball speed here. Doesn't want to fall short, as he has.
This is almost a no man's land shot, isn't it?
In the States, we call this being on the 50-yard line. You can go either way, but either way is tough. He's made it.
And he stayed alive. Another rack in the Kevin Uzzell ledger. But this can be a cruel game sometimes. Jeff DeLuna comes up with the break of the match, possibly even the break of the tournament. Instead, it's Kevin Uzzell that profits from it. You never know what's around the next corner in this game, do you?
Well, it could be a hill-hill match here after this rack. Look at that cue ball control. My, my. There are a lot of men in this room that would like to have that break.
But he had no shot on the 2, and he's left Uzzell with that chance. And after that, it was easy.
6 rocks to 7.
So the man from the West Midlands still battling on. Breaking now to get himself on the hill alongside his opponent.
A nice controlled break. He's not leaving a lot to chance, but again, the 1 ball's wound up ugly. I believe the 3 ball may have gotten in his path, possibly not. So he's not trying to slam that rack. He's trying to control the cue ball, but the 1 ball is not squirting into the side pocket the way he had planned.
Does he get an angle on this? I think he does.
Yeah, I think he's got a shot here.
Oh, that thought twice about it.
It did. But now he's got a tricky little shot to get on the 3. He can put the 2 in the side pocket, but then the path to the 3, it's not the simplest path in the world. But if he gets on the 3 ball, the rest of the rack is nicely laid out for him. Oh, he has. Good shot. Well, this shows the value of being tenacious, doesn't it?
Sticking around, not letting your head drop.
Yeah, we were ready to give him up for dead.
Well, he's not out of it yet. He's got to get this rack, and then he's got to hope that DeLuna gives him a chance in the last rack, but it's sure looking a lot better than 7-4 was.
Yes, indeed. And back when it was 4-1. Just doesn't need to get ahead of himself here. Needs to stay well within his game. No time to get excited. I was worried there. He lifted his head just as he was making that shot.
I think we're going all the way.
I do believe you're right.
Hello, hello, he's made it very hard for himself here. He didn't need to be doing that.
I think adrenaline crept its way into his arm.
Nothing has come easy today for Kevin. Ever since that scratch on his very first break, he seems to have been fighting the table and has no business doing this. He's pounding the table to say, I can't believe I did that. Well, it's not an impossible shot, but boy, he's increased the degree of difficulty.
This is very missable. He's cueing over that corner pocket so his bridge isn't firm and steady, and comfortable.
He's missed it.
He has indeed.
And the way those balls have aligned, that's it for Kevin Uzzell.
Oh, the price of a mistake in this game.
That was tough, but once again, he put himself in a terrible position there. And it was a hard shot to try and make that one. As it is, Jeff DeLuna can jump up and profit. And we may have another match to put into the record books.
Well, a beautiful break shot did not work out well for DeLuna last time. We'll see what happens. Of course, that's not going to occur, is it?
He doesn't need another break if he takes these two. Nothing you can do if you're Kevin Uzzell except sit and hope for a miracle.
There it is. DeLuna thinks it's over. Of course, Efren Reyes thought it was over last night as well.
Kevin Uzzell, I think, thinks it's over as well, though.
Well,
and so do some of those fans who are starting to leave this match in search of something else.
well, he better wait for those fans to quit moving. A little surprised the referee hasn't said something.
Yes. I don't think it's going to put Jeff DeLuna off his shot. No, it isn't.
Nope.
So, our second Group 29 match of the day provides another upset. Jeff DeLuna, who started off like a house on fire, 4-1, then kind of hit the wall a little bit and allowed Kevin Uzzell to get back into it. But in the end, it was Kevin Uzzell who made life very hard for himself with that long black. That let DeLuna back in. 2 shots later, it's all over.